red wine good for you? Or are the health benefits just a good reason to drink? Who knows? We know. Today we're going to go through the 4 major health benefits to red wine, the studies that support them, so you can decide whether or not you think that red wine really is good for you, or whether or not it's just a good reason to drink some more red wine. So sit back, grab a glass of your favourite variety. Beautiful. This is a Portuguese Jura today. We're going to be enjoying this where we talk through the 4 major health benefits to red wine. Now just a bit of a backstory, my name's Cameron. I run the Drinks and Wellness blog, which is Smart Blend. You can find that at smartblend.co.uk. I share a lot of drink recipes and articles and guides, all things drink related, with a focus on wellness, functionality and sustainability. Now a while ago I did an article on the health benefits to red wine, looking into all the research and putting it out there in one article. A lot of people was curious, a lot of people enjoyed this one. I think a lot of people just wanted to know what these health benefits are. We've all heard that health benefits, that red wine's supposedly healthy for you. I think a lot of people wanted to be able to back that up. So today we're going to do a video where we're going to talk through all those health benefits. Now, just to mention, one of the major contributing facts to the health benefits of red wine is a natural phenol called Resveratrol. Now, when I first did this article, the company reached out to me. These guys here, they're called Grape. They make this product called grape, which is a resveratrol supplement. And then since then, we've been chatting and we've been collaborating on different kinds of creative content, from articles to videos. We collaborate on both the wellness side and the drink side. So check those guys out. They're big supporters of Smart Blend, and they're why I've got the time to do things like these videos. So the health benefits of red wine, what are they? Let's jump into them. We're going to split this into 4 different benefits. There's a bunch of benefits you can take, but there's 4 major ones that people really care about. Number 1 is heart health. Number 2 is brain function. Number 3 is the skincare benefits of red wine. And number 4 is the weight loss benefits. Like I said, each of these, a big contributing factor is in fact resveratrol. So let's start by explaining what is resveratrol. So resveratrol is a natural phenol that's found in foods such as blueberries, chocolate, coffee beans. It's also found in high doses in grape skins. Just to give you a bit of a story on how red wine is different from white wine. White wine is made from fermentation of grape flesh. Red wine, on the other hand, is made by the fermentation of both the flesh and the skin. The skin not just imparts colour, also imparts tannin, body to the wine, and it's also where you find resveratrol, which is why red wine is a healthier option to go to, because it's got the fermentation of those skins, and because, unlike white wine, red wine has a dose of resveratrol. So jumping into the benefits, we start off with number 1, which is blood pressure. Now there's a little known thing called the French paradox. This is a term that was coined in the 1980s. It basically describes the fact that although French people have some of the most highly concentrated and saturated fat diets, they also are the country with the lowest level of heart disease, which are 2 things that do not go hand in hand, and studies have been in place to question why this is. And something that comes to light may be the fact that France is also the biggest consumer in red wine. Red wine is full of antioxidants and cholesterol regulating properties, which helps unwanted clotting by keeping the blood vessels flexible, enabling the best blood flow. Now the second health benefit we're going to talk about is brain function, which also ties into that first one. These antioxidants, this blood flow, help get to the brain as well, which helps prevent clotting, not just in the heart, but in the brain. It also helps unwanted plaque from developing, and that's when we get to resveratrol. Now resveratrol has been shown, there's been studies about this on whether or not it helps brain function. And although there's no definitive answer, the ongoing speculation is that resveratrol has big impacts on brain functionality. There was a study done in the past where researchers gave memory quizzes to women in their late 70s. The women who drank 1 or more glasses of red wine a day generally performed better than the women who drank no or little glasses of red wine. And you could say that this is a coincidence and there's no correlation there between drinking red wine and memory. Once again, the facts are a bit iffy. However, I like to believe the reason is in fact the wine. Number 3, the skincare benefits of red wine. A question that everyone's always asking. Once again, this comes from our good friend resveratrol, the natural phenol phenomenon. Now these polyphenols like resveratrol, they're beneficial for the skin in the way that they help repair damaged skin. At the same time, they help tighten the skin, which not only will boost your overall skin health, it also helps with making your skin look younger and more glowy. That in drinking the red wine, we're getting resveratrol and we're getting those skincare benefits. Now the last one is weight loss, and I've saved this to the last because it really is the one that people ask the most about. When people are dieting, they want to know if they can drink red wine, if it's healthy for the diet, if it's not. There's been studies, once again, that show that resveratrol, not just good for the brain function, not just good for heart disease, not just good for the skin, but what it also does is helps transform stubborn white fat into burnable brown fat. Now to give you the brief cut down on this, and I'm no professional, don't get me wrong, I'm the cocktail coach, not the body coach. However, I'm going to try and explain why this is important and why this has an impact. So, white fat. White fat is the type of fat that stores energy. When you overindulge in calories and you don't burn off those energy, that gets stored in fatty deposits called white fat. Brown fat, on the other hand, is there to regulate body temperature. When you step outside and it's freezing cold, it's brown fat that helps warm you up. White fat is notably more difficult to burn off, whereas brown fat sheds away a lot more easier, and resveratrol helps transform that white fat into brown fat by some type of science phenomenal. In doing so is why red wine helps burn fat. Right, you're not going to drink red wine and suddenly start losing fat. You're going to become healthier because you drink it. But if you work out regular, if you've got a good diet, if you're trying to lose weight and you're doing everything you can, red wine, it's not going to hurt the situation. In fact, it's the opposite. It's just going to help create a base of burnable fat. And there we have it. That is the 4 major health benefits to red wine and how they actually work. As you can see, a lot of this is kind of she said, he said. It's not really set in stone, so you can take that however you want. Whether you want to believe it's healthy, whether not, but there's no harm in having a glass of red wine. It's not going to hurt you, and one of the most major benefits that we haven't even spoke about is just the mental well-being. Sometimes it's good to sit back, to have a glass of red wine. It's not hurting anyone, it's not necessarily unhealthy, you're not overindulging, you're not drinking a bottle a day, but just a glass of red wine on the weekend. It's good for your mental health, it helps you relax. Is it going to change your life from a health benefit point of view? Probably not, no. As we said, the major influence to red wine being healthy is resveratrol. Now, although red wine is one of the best ways you can get resveratrol, the issue is the dosage. To really feel these benefits of resveratrol, you need 1, 2, 3, even 600 milligrams of resveratrol a day for a prolonged period of time to start feeling those benefits. Now when it comes to red wine, done a little bit of research. Per 1 litre, and just to let you know, a standard bottle of red wine like this is 750 millilitres, so you're looking at bigger than this. Has about 2 to maybe 6 milligrams of resveratrol. A bottle like this, standard bottle, 750 millilitres, you're probably looking at an average of maybe 3 milligrams of resveratrol. And I've done a bit of maths. Let's assume the average litre bottle is 5 milligrams. For you to be able to get a 500 milligram dosage, you're going to have to drink 100 litres of red wine a day. Now if you're doing that to be healthy, by the point you've drank all that, you're going to have way more health concerns than you're going to have health benefits. Believe me, getting that daily dose of resveratrol is really healthy for you, and red wine is definitely a great source for that. But if you're drinking it for the health benefit, then there's just no way that's going to happen. That's where these guys, grape, come into it. Daily dose of this is 2 capsules. 2 capsules have 500 milligrams of resveratrol. So what you get in here is some capsules like this. 2 of these is the same amount as resveratrol in 100 litres of red wine. So if you really want your daily dose, if you're drinking wine for the health benefits, then this is what you want. What I suggest doing, if you're trying to be more healthy, and if you still want to drink, and if you want to take more of a mindful drinking mindset, is to drink red wine, but don't do it just for the health benefits. Realise that it's not going to harm your health, and it's not really going to improve it massively. Do it for the mental health benefits, do it for the fact that you want to unwind, that you don't want to restrict yourself too much. You want a glass of wine with a meal, have a glass of wine. But for the health benefits, have one of these. Now what I do is I'll take 2 of these a day, and that's my resveratrol. All those health benefits of red wine, the blood pressure, the memory function, the weight loss, the skincare, that comes from 2 capsules of those a day. The red wine I still drink less for the health benefits, more for the fact that I like the flavour. It helps my mental health, it helps me relax, and it's not necessarily something that's unhealthy. But take what you want, I'll leave all the details, as well as my original article, some links to grape, these guys. Each one of these, you get enough capsules to last you the whole month, so you don't even have to think about it. You just buy it, pop one in the morning, pop one in the afternoon, and then for the rest of the time, enjoy red wine. And there we go.